It has become apparent from our previous discussions that the theory of Imamah propagated by 12 Shia missionaries was an unknown concept in the early years of Islam. Rather, it was the brainchild of a few heretics who craftily navigated through the condemnation of the Ahlul Bayt, cloaking their activities in the mask of taqiyya. The only life source they had for this great deception was taqiyya, without which it could not survive. Thus, the inventors of this doctrine repeatedly declared that Imamah was a hidden secret meant to be kept as such. So secret was it that the Shia en masse, and the Ahlul Bayt for that matter, were not privy to this highly classified information, which is supposed to be a fundamental tenet of faith necessary for one's salvation. The conversation between Al-Ahwal and Imam Zayd was discussed previously, wherein the Imam was surprised to learn about such a doctrine being spread in the name of his father. What astonished him most was Al-Ahwal's claim that Imam Zainul Abidin had taught this to a stranger, and not to his own sons, blood, kith and kin. It was only in this stature of secrecy, in the shadows and back alleys, that the concept of Imamah was propagated. These deviants gave impetus to their clandestine activities by fabricating narrations in the names of the Imams. They would say that Imam Baqir said, "Among my companions, he is most dear to me who is more righteous, knows the religion well, and conceals our teachings, and keeps our secret more than others." Emphasis being placed on keeping it a secret. A secret by its very definition contradicts propagation, leaving us to conclude, based upon what the Shia themselves narrate, that this doctrine was never intended for the entire Ummah. The intention was always to conceal it from them. So how then can they be expected to believe in it? And how can their salvation be based upon something they were never meant to know? Imam Ja'far is alleged to have said, "You follow a religion that whosoever will conceal it, Allah will bestow honor to him, and whoever will reveal and publicize it will be disgraced." In another narration, the Imam expounds upon the level of secrecy with which Imamah is enshrouded. "Our affair is a secret in a secret, and a concealed secret in a concealed secret, a secret that must remain a secret upon a secret, and a secret covered by a secret." Can you imagine the perplexity of the poor Sunni? Even Shia for that matter, who heard this for the first time. More so when he witnessed firsthand the Imams practicing and propagating the beliefs of the Ahlul Sunnah, a fact the Shia are fully aware of but dismiss under the pretense of taqiyya. His strategy was to exercise taqiyya abundantly, in a way that he would give the impression that he is on the creed of the Ahlul Sunnah. The confused Sunni, after hearing these narrations of a divinely appointed Imam, would then seek to verify this information from the man himself. After all, it is the Quranic injunction, "Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, in ja'akum fasiqun binaba'in fatabayyanu," only to be told by the divinely appointed Imam that there is no such thing as a divinely appointed Imam in their household. When this is the reality, it makes perfect sense that they did not enjoy any public support for their authority, since they were the ones who publicly denounced the claims being made in their name. The Shia masses who had been beguiled up to this point struggled to hold on to their beliefs and were at loggerheads in determining who the divinely appointed Imam was. On the death of Abu Abdullah Ja'far al-Sadiq, they again fragmented. The Nawusiyah asserted that Ja'far did not die, but had gone into occultation. He is the Mahdi, and he will return to establish justice on this earth. They even produced a tradition from Imam Ja'far stating the same. The Ismailiyah alleged that the Imam after Ja'far was his son Ismail, who did not die but is the Mahdi gone into occultation. The Mubarakiyah alleged that Ismail ibn Ja'far had a son named Muhammad, who is the Imam after Ja'far, since Ismail passed away during the lifetime of his father. They asserted that it is not permissible for Imamah to pass from brother to brother after Hasan and Husain radiallahu anhuma. Others claimed that Muhammad ibn Ja'far was the Imam, also producing a tradition to the effect. Muhammad al-Baqir said, "When a son who resembles me is born to you, then name him after me, and call him by my agnomen. He resembles me and the Prophet ﷺ, and is upon his Sunnah." Thus Muhammad was their Imam, and his children thereafter. They were known as the Samtiyya. The remaining followers of al-Sadiq claim that Abdullah al-Aftah ibn Ja'far al-Sadiq is the Imam. So, as expected, a tradition was brought into circulation. The affair will be in the eldest, if he is fit. Furthermore, he enjoyed the consensus of the remaining Shia, as Al-Qummi stated. On the death of Ja'far, the majority of Shi'i scholars and fuqaha were inclined towards this sect and the Imamah of Abdullah. None doubted that Imamah belonged to Abdullah and his children after him. The bulk of those who believe in the Imamah of Ja'far, as well as his senior companions, were inclined towards Abdullah, except a few. However, this consensus was short-lived, and Abdullah al-Aftah passed away 70 days later. Instead of acknowledging the falsehood of this doctrine and returning to the truth, a number of alternate theories poured forth. Some passed on the Imamah to his alleged son, Muhammad ibn Abdullah, and his progeny. Others, seemingly tired of the guessing games and tossing a coin each time an Imam dies, decided to end the line of Imamah once and for all, a trend which would continue in the lives of all the Imams thereafter. A small group, who had also initially believed in the Imamah of Abdullah al-Aftah, campaigned for the Imamah of Musa al-Kazim in order to save face for the previous mistake in appointing the Imam. A tale was forged of their acute awareness of the issue when they tested the knowledge of Abdullah al-Aftah and found him to be deficient in this regard. Obviously, as is their wont, they claimed that Musa al-Kazim possessed this knowledge. Thus the truth dawned upon them even before the death of Abdullah al-Aftah. Remarkably though, while the advocates may have claimed to have rejected al-Aftah on account of his deficiency in knowledge, we find one of the stalwarts of the Shia tradition, whose narrations are beyond question according to Abdul Husain al-Musawi, making similar statements about al-Kazim. Further injury to this claim was caused by al-Kazim, like his forefathers before him, isolating himself from politics and keeping his affairs secret. Thus, the Shia did not take unanimously to al-Kazim. Furthermore, he encouraged the Shia to be loyal to the rulers, stating that if the rulers are just, they should pray to maintain his rule, and if the rulers are unjust, they should pray to Allah to guide and make them better. This led the general masses of the Shia to instead align themselves with Isa ibn Zayd ibn Ali, pledging allegiance to him as the Imam in 156 AH. People from Ahwaz, Wasit, Makkah, Medina, and Tihama flocked to him. The Shia also responded to the call of the Hasanid, Husain ibn Ali ibn Hasan al-Muthanna, known as Shahid al-Fakhr, and pledged allegiance on his hands. Musa al-Kazim himself encouraged the masses to join Shahid al-Fakhr. So the greatest opponents to the Shi'i concept of Imamah is again the Shia masses and the Ahlul Bayt themselves. Was it not Saduq who said, "It is our belief concerning a person who accepts Amirul Mu'mineen but rejects any one of the Imams after him, that he is similar to one who believes in all Anbiya but rejects the Nubuwwah of Muhammad." Will the Shia then subject their own Shi'i brethren and Ahlul Bayt to the same condemnation as one who rejects Nubuwwah, as they have readily done with the companions of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? When we consider that this mass confusion was all a result of the Imam's insistence on keeping this doctrine a secret, should the blame then not be put on the shoulders of the Imams? No, I think not. Rather, the blame is upon those who fabricated these concepts in their name.